I may or may not have just spent 3 hours in the nether traveling what is pretty much 24,000 blocks in the overworld just to gather some sand. I should have gathered more, but I'm kind of full. But this is for a different project for later because I am not prepared to film that video quite yet. I still have one more thing I need to do, and you guys will see it in the next episode. But for now, I'm just gonna cook the red sandstone, into smooth sandstone. This turns into smooth sandstone, yeah. It should be, it's sandstone. Yeah, okay, good. Anyway, hi, welcome to episode 27 of the Phil Ventures. Give me a second, the music's just a tad bit loud. There we go. I've decided to just kind of leave the music on. I'm kind of tired of putting in music that I feel would match in the video, and I'm just gonna let Minecraft decide when the music will play. But what was it talking about? Oh yeah, welcome to episode 27 of the Veil Ventures. I'm gonna put this away. Oh yeah, yeah, I did find a bastion. I didn't bother like filming it because I was trying to get to the 24,000 block Badlands in peaceful mode because there was just so many gas and magma cubes that I just changed it to peaceful because I just did not want to deal with it. So there were no brutes, so I didn't bother. It wouldn't have been much of a interesting raid for the nether. What is this? Soul speed. I did get some interesting stuff, but it wasn't that good, so. And it was only a bridge, so there wasn't much to find. I got like a lodestone and the snout trim, which is a good thing, because I'm trying to collect all the trims. But, that was about it. Where am I going? This has to go into the rainbow. Over the rainbow. Ooh. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a rather fast video, because we're just going to, like I said, we're gonna make some interior design for some of these. And I think the ones that we'll be doing for today will be this one over here, the museum, and Starwalker? Yeah, Starwalker, okay. I'm gonna remember that eventually. I'm thinking of expanding Starwalker because it's kind of small. Maybe over here will be like a little garden area, and maybe we'll put like a sniffer here. Well, but that's for another day. I will probably get a sniffer soon, maybe. But now's not the time. Now it's a building episode, so let's start interior designing, and I just want to talk a little bit about 1.21 since this is going to be a rather shorter episode. Oh, I don't have a shovel. Oh, I have a shovel. What? Give me that. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna film this all in one go. Let's talk about the new item, or the new block that came out for I don't have any emeralds. We're gonna talk about the new block they announced this week, which was the vault. If you don't know what the vault looks like, I'm gonna show it on screen. You see it? You see it right there? Yeah, that's the vault. It's I kind of like it actually. It's kind of creepy. Not really creepy. It looks weird. It looks it makes me uncomfortable basically. Wait a minute. There was a soul speed book in here. Why is this in here? Did I put anything else in here? These are supposed to go in the library. And it's getting dark. Okay. But yeah, the vault is it kind of looks like a soy jack to me. It's a little funny, but I think the block looks pretty good. I don't mind if they would change it, but I kind of like the way it is right now. It's kind of funny looking, and it is distinct enough to tell between the trial spawner and the vault. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna keep calling it like the trial chest or something. But yeah, the vault design wise, I like it. There are some people that that kind of don't like it. I've seen some people say that, but I personally like it. Soul speed 3. Oh, I gotta put glowing ink sacks on all of these. We'll do that as well. But let's talk about what the vault is. So from what I understand, the vault is basically going to replace all of the chests that are currently in the trial chambers. Then you open them using the trial key, obviously, or not obviously. If you didn't know this, you probably didn't know about that. But what was I here for? I always have a hard time keeping my thoughts in check every time I try to make something. I'll know what I'm looking for once I find it. What was it? Oh yeah, this. But yeah, so you use the trial key after getting it from the trial spawner to open it up open up the vault, which will contain basically the loot that was in the chest before. Now I must mention that the devs will always say that currently the loot is 100% not final. And why am I going here? The loot is not 100% final, and it will be changed by the time they're going to update update to 1.21. So don't expect the loot to look exactly the same as it does right now. Oh my gosh, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18, oh my goodness. Do I have 18 glowing sacks? Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the devs have said that the loot is 100% not final, and it will change by the end of the development cycle for 1.21. And I think that is definitely a good thing. Right now, the loot is a little samey compared to some other ones. Like, there's no real, the loot gives me no real incentive to go there. Personally, I would go there just because it's just something I would do on like a daily basis. I'm a dungeon. I really like these dungeon crawling games. Like that's also I'm a fan of those things like Diablo. I also like Minecraft Dungeons, I guess. Oh my gosh, I really don't have any sort of really. Wow. Oh my god, it's okay. We will do something about that later. But yeah, I like the dungeon crawling genre, so you will see me do a lot of trial chambers when that update comes out, because I just love exploring structures, and replayable structures are one thing I really like. Now, let's talk about some of the problems people have with the trial chambers, sorry, not the trial chambers, the loot. One of them being specifically that the vault can only be opened once, which I actually don't really care, because in all reality, it only being able to be opened once literally doesn't change anything from the current trial chambers, because it's literally just going to replace the chest. It's basically just the chest, but you use the key instead. So there's like no difference at all for the trial chambers right now, when it gets added. So I don't have a problem with it. The big difference is that it's one. Well, it opens once per player, so every player can open the vault once and get their own unique set of loot, which I think is a very smart idea, because the biggest problem I see a lot of oh my gosh. The biggest problem I see a lot of current day updates have is that new players, or players that haven't been able to explore the update compared to other people, will always have to explore farther to get the loot, or just new loot in general. So let's say, for example, 1.20 Trails and Tales. The netherite upgrade was probably very hard for old multiplayer servers, and that was probably a mess, because once you found it, you pretty much owned it, and new players would have to look for bastions farther and farther away. Well, let's work on that one. And yeah, it's basically like it kind of sucked to be like someone who is left in the dust. And I think the direction of the vault is a very good step to being more multiplayer friendly for just a lot of things. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Ah, here we go. Currently there's also the thing that people talk about is that they should add the vault into more structures. So for example, like people have been saying they should replace the item frame in the elytra for the vault, which I would think would be extremely smart, because that would just mean that everyone can get an elytra from the same end city, and that would just save up time and space for a lot of players, and that would just be like the smart way to go. Okay, wait, I didn't plan any of this, so I don't know how I'm going to build this. We're just going to figure it out. Got it. Okay. I want my chair to be here. So oh, maybe not. Maybe like this. Yeah, okay. Trapdoor. What? No. Thank you. Can I build? No. Oh, that sucks. Actually, no. Yeah, no. We'll figure that out later. Actually, I think it'll just be fine if it's like that for now. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I think it is a smart idea for like things like the vault to be implemented into more structures like the end cities. And let's say bastions as well. Bastions, because let's say we put it in the treasure room for like the netherite upgrade, because netherite upgrade is guaranteed to be found in the treasure room middle part of the bastion. That would give everyone an equal amount of chance to get the netherite trim, or just to get netherite in general, because they would just have to go to the same treasure bastion and then they would get the loot, which would be very smart. And I don't know why. Well, actually, I can't say I don't know why they haven't thought of that, because we actually haven't gotten the snapshot yet. So there is a chance that they actually did do that. But right now, I don't know. We just don't know enough information about it. So I should just keep my mouth shut. But if I do have to say anything, because they did say if they were going to add the vault to more structures, they'd probably require more tweaking. I would say add secret rooms that require you to fight. Well, actually, maybe it's like a secret room inside the structure. So let's say one for Bastion, one for End Cities, and then one for Woodland Mansions. Let's say there's a secret room that has the vault and the stuff that you want. So like an elytra, netherite upgrade, and then for like the Woodland Mansion, I don't know, maybe it comes with like a free thing, like a free template, or like a totem of undying, so everyone can get one totem of undying from that Woodland Mansion. And then let's say the trial spawner has like a unique mob to fight. So let's say the Woodland Mansion secret room will have you fight a illusioner to get the key, or like the Bastion secret room will have like maybe a new piglin to get the key, and then like the end city maybe just like a new mob in general. I think that would be like a very cool way to implement the vault and the trial spawner into other sort of nether rooms, or whatever, secret rooms. or just other structures. I don't know. I forgot to take off my gear. Bavarian Rhapsody. I would have added Rhapsody, but I don't think it has enough space for that, so it's just Bavarian. Here we go. I think that's kind of all I wanted to add in the workshop for now, because the main block that's supposed to be in there is actually not the... It's supposed to be a blast furnace, crafting tables, and then the crafter, which is not in the game yet, so we gotta wait for that one. Let's add the bookshelves into the Starwalker now. What else? Now what about the vault? The vault's loot. Let's talk about the vault's loot. Currently, the vault's loot uses the placeholder loot in the trial chambers right now. And I say it definitely does need to be changed. There is no actual real reason to go to the trial chambers other than to have fun or to just experience it. Where are my librarians? Oh, there's one. Are you the one with the bookshelf? No, you aren't. You suck. Where's the other one? Oh, there's another one. I gotta do something with... I do plan... Ooh. That looks really good, actually. Whoa. I've never seen my base from this side. That looks cool. Here we go. Thank you. And I'll take that. Oh, actually. Wait. Do you have the... No, you're not the one. I don't know where the one is. It's fine. What was I talking about? Something about the vault? No, the loot. The loot is okay. Personally, if I were to add anything, it wouldn't really be a new weapon or... Like, if we want a reason to come here, it definitely should not be, like, a weapon. Or if it was a weapon, it'd have to be only able to get from the trial chambers, which would be a little... Personally, I find those types of weapons a little lame. So, for example, you can only get tridents from drowns, but getting tridents from drowns is a little bit... I personally don't like that method because it just takes forever and it sucks. But I would not mind... Well, obviously, I think the first few obvious choices would probably be either a new enchantment, a new music disc. Obviously, they're definitely gonna do a new music disc. I know that for sure because they do that every update now. And I don't get me wrong, I love the music discs, but I know for sure that they're probably gonna do a music disc. What else? Oh, maybe a new trim, because the trial chambers definitely feel like something that would have a new trim. It'd probably be more like a windy design. I would love a windy design. I think a windy design for like the trial trim would definitely work for the trial chamber, since the Tough has a lot of wind-based designs. If you've seen the chiseled Tough, it's pretty awesome. The chiseled Tough is just a good block. I'm surprised just how awesome Tough has become. Like, Tough was kind of like the... Personally, I found Tough one of the worst stone blocks in the game, just because there was literally nothing to do with him. We could have had... Obviously, we could have had the... What do you call it? The Tough Golem, but that didn't happen. Thanks, guys. But I think Tough has gone from last place all the way up to, like, first place, just because of how nice the color is, how nice the textures are. It's just a good block. I need this. Thank you. Actually, I'll take more than one. Thank you. I'll take 3. And what else do you got? Nothing of interest? What about you? Ooh, thanks. I'll take that. I don't have enough. But yeah, I think the trial chambers loot needs to definitely be changed. Personally, if I were to add unique loot, I would want another upgrade template. Although I would probably make this a little bit, since this is a more mid-game structure, I think we can implement this into progression. Let's say it's a upgrade template for like a new type of, a new material that's not actually that rare. Let's say it's actually like, let's say it's actually a fusion of two current like ores. So let's say it's like maybe amethyst and diamond into like a new type of mineral, and then you would need the upgrade template from the trial chambers in order to get this specific upgrade. So it's like pretty much just barely better than diamond. So no, where did it go? Oh, like maybe it really doesn't like change much. Maybe for like armor it just goes like armor toughness +1. Oh, maybe it already does that for, huh? What would a amethyst diamond fusion look like? Maybe it would be more of like a gem smithing upgrade where it would just do like +1 +1 armor toughness for the armor, and then maybe it's more of like a, because right now netherite is good because it gives +1 armor toughness, extra one, and then knockback resistance. But if this was a more of a mid-game item and not meant to really buff your diamond gear, then we should probably not make it like powerful. So let's say it does more cosmetic things. Maybe it can like do different gems. Maybe not just amethyst. Maybe we can do like quartz and echo shards, and then depending on the gem, it just makes the design look different. So like it would be like a almost like an armor trim like texture on the diamond. I think that would look really pretty, and then maybe it makes pretty sounds. I don't know, just a thought. Because I personally think just a reason, and then maybe it's like maybe the upgrade itself is not that rare. Maybe it's just like +1 armor, and then it has like the pretty much the exact same durability as diamond. So like there's really no downsides compared to netherite because it's really just the next gear after netherite. But then we would have to make, this is hard. I didn't think about this, but what would a mid-tier structure offer? What should a mid-tier structure offer? Because this is a mid-game structure. I've been walking in circles. I haven't been doing anything. I should be doing stuff. Well, I can't really do it. I don't have wood for this. So we're not gonna work on that. I guess, you know what? I guess this is more just a talking episode than an interior design episode, huh? We can do interior design someday, but we did a little bit, I guess, so it's good enough. But I kind of just want to talk about this because it's just a really interesting idea. What kind of unique loot should be in the vault? So obviously smithing template trims, and then my personal idea was like the gemstone upgrade smithing template instead of a trim. Basically, I just think there should be like a mid-tier upgrade smithing template, because right now the only other upgrade template is the end game netherite upgrade, and I think that we should have a mid game so it introduces new players into the upgrade type mechanic. Because right now I'm pretty sure for new players it's kind of hard to tell if it's upgrade or just an armor trim, because it really isn't well designed in telling the player that there is a different type of smithing template. Because like I watched a few people who played for the first time, and some of them did not realize that there was a different type of smithing template that specifically upgrades your armor. So maybe this could be the structure that helps introduce players that there are two different types of smithing templates. One is the cosmetic one, the armor trim. The other one is the upgrade template, which obviously upgrades your gear. Maybe, oh, that would be bad. That'd be controversial. I don't know. What should it be? How would you implement a mid-tier smithing template into diamond? Because obviously you're gonna get diamonds from this place, so if we're gonna, because one obvious answer would just be this upgrade or this specific tier is what upgrades you to netherite. But then that would be very controversial because the netherite upgrade was already pretty bad for most players because it just made their lives harder. So just making it even longer for progression, which a lot of people do want. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people do want more longer progression. Would probably make a lot of people angry, and I don't know if Mojang wants to anger any more people. I personally would not. Maybe you would make it for iron armor. Maybe it's like super common and it's specifically for iron armor and it basically just makes it into like a pseudo diamond armor. And then maybe we just get rid of all the diamond. No. Maybe, but what's the point of a pseudo type diamond armor if you can get diamonds really easily? What would who would benefit from a pseudo type diamond armor? Well, first of all, it should definitely probably be cheaper. Maybe instead of it being made of diamonds, this one would be made out of like, I don't know, amethyst. I don't know. I'm not very good at like planning brand new types of ideas off the bat. So I have no sort of structure for this. But I forgot to make the item frame. No, not the item frame. Was it? What is this? Show up. Well, I guess obviously the most this is a really hard one for me because making it a mid-game structure and knowing that it's a mid-game structure kind of puts me in a tough spot of trying to think of a way we could implement this. I don't want that one. I want that one. Yeah. I should add some amethyst crystals in here. Oh yeah, and my right here. Just because I don't care. You know what? Yeah, I think in terms of loot, this is just gonna be a long discussion, so I think I'm just gonna have to wrap it up here because I have nothing really left to say because I didn't really plan my ideas for loot. Because loot is kind of a hard thing loot in general is just hard to make in Minecraft. Just a hard concept, so because this is a sandbox game, you can pretty much skip entire tiers of progression. So we're just gonna, I guess we'll just end it here. I don't think I wrote the tip of the day for this one. Yeah, I didn't. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'll write it later, but I think for episode 27's tip of the day, since it's rather fast, let's talk about the trail ruins. Since we're talking about structures and all that stuff for 1.21, we're gonna talk about a structure that came up in 1.20. So when it comes to trail ruins, it's better to use a iron shovel or a tool of lower tier because that will save you from breaking suspicious blocks. Yeah. Basically, I don't recommend you bring like an efficiency 4 shovel into a trail ruin or literally any type of structure that has suspicious sand or gravel. Mostly because they are very easy to break. Once you break it, you can never get the loot. So I really, really do recommend something that has a slower breaking speed because that really does help you not break things because you'll notice it faster and then you still have time to let go of your breaking button. And yeah, that'll be it for today. This was a very short episode. This was only straight up 30 minutes. But This is all for the next episode, which is the one that is technically the real next episode. This was just kind of a discussion episode about the vault and just structures and 1.20 in general. Which, by the way, I will do a snapshot video for the vault because we finally have the Star Walker pretty much finished. I just gotta add the telescope, though I gotta redesign it because I'm not sure if I want to put it in the middle or not. But that will be it for today. I hope you guys like the video. If you like the video, please do subscribe and like and leave a comment, I guess. If you want to see more content, I post every Saturdays. And without further ado, this is Veil2059 signing off. Goodbye.